The future is here, brothers and sisters. The future is caught up with us. And we're caught up with the future. The Suleiman Rahim here, Messenger of the Covenant, breaker of 7 seals. That's not a light thing to say, brothers and sisters. Because you got all these people, clowns, yak, 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 and they can't say any of those things. They can't say the Messenger of the Covenant. They claim they're Son of Man, but they get description of Son of Man and details about the Son of Man. We do get a description. And that description eliminates Farrakhan and Master Muhammad off the bat. You guys, other clowns out here, hey, and they have no idea what they're talking about. And if you haven't broken the seals, that means you have no idea what you're talking about when you talk about revelations with an angel. That means you're a liar. So that condemns them right there, because they're talking about, okay, the question is, do you have broken the seals? That's the question you need to ask. Have you broken the seals? If they say no, then you need to tell them to shut the F up, because they have no idea what you're talking about. That shows they're liars. All before them are thieves and liars. Yes, are you Messenger of the Covenant? Right? What covenant? Yeah, that's in that. Because if you're the Messenger of the Covenant, that should be a message, right? The covenant. And none of them clowns out there have that message. So, breaker of 7 seals, don't have that. That means they had the lamb. And do they know anybody that broke the 7 seals? Yes, okay then. Tell them who it is. How come you don't know what that stuff means if you know someone who has? Why can't they give you the information? See, it's easy. But see, the point is you've been taught not to ask questions. See, I can't get over to you clear enough, brothers and sisters, the impact that this sealed Bible, these devils had upon you. Because they've got you right at the root. Right? Because they tell you, they froze your brain. They give you a bad mind, right? Or software. But they also froze your motherboard, your brain. See? Because the brain always looks for information. Asking questions is like a sponge, right? In water. It keeps sucking up the water. And that's what, it's just like you need food, your brain, right? And your oxygen, your brain needs information. Eyes need light. Otherwise, they don't work without light. The brain does not work without information. You understand? And so therefore, if your brain, if they shove the information, just like shove the light or shove the sound. You hear nothing, you see nothing, and you think nothing. You understand that? You think nothing. But they can put light on, and they can put different colors. Whatever light they give you, that's what you're going to see. If it's red light, that's what you're going to see, red light. Whatever light they put out, that's the light you're going to see. Whatever sound they play, that's the sound you're going to hear. And you may think that's the only sound there is. So the information they give you is information you're going to process. So they control what you see, television, control what you hear. Yeah. They control what you think. You understand that. That's what they've done to you. So the point is, they got to the root of it. They tell you, don't think. Don't ask questions. Because if you start asking questions, even Pharaoh, that's why he does not do quick Q&A. Because questions will destroy everything he says. They do not do it over there. Why? Elijah Muhammad did it all the time. He does not do it. Because he says, and the whole religious thing, Christianity, do not think. Oh, no. Tell me what someone with it thinks. What's the core of it? Faith. Just believe it. Just believe it. See? That's at the root. When you understand who you are and what you are, you understand what the game is. They went at your root, right? I mean, How do you kill a roach? I mean, how do you kill an elephant? I mean, there's different ways to kill different things. So how do you kill your brain? Tell you, don't think, faith. Just believe it. Just believe it. But yet you got several religions out there tell you the same thing. So all of them can't be right. Just faith. Just believe it. So that frees you from thinking. See? And if you do have some, and they know, they got to, like, they got to give you some kind, they got eyes, some kind of light to make you realize that, that you, so you can think you see, they control the things you see. You look at the movies, look at the kind of movies they're playing nowadays. See? Go on your sound, look at the music you're hearing. They always control your thoughts, because information they're giving you. Make America great again. The question is, was America great? Just ask that question. That shuts them down. Okay, was America? Just say it. You don't think it's faith? Just faith. Just believe it. Jesus coming again. Oh, yeah. Well, why would you want him to come again? When he was going, he was catching hell. And he going to come back. In other words, if the master is beating your ass and he go on vacation, you won't ever come back. If a master's whooping your ass and he go on vacation, you pray, please don't have him come back. And according to the simple Bible, right? Jesus, his idea was to whoop your ass, make you a slave forever. Right? Because you was cursed black. So what the hell you want him to come back for? Finish the job? She don't ask any questions. Right? Oh, we hate dictators. Oh, them effing dictators. They're the worst thing in the world. Man, they can kiss my ass and dictators, right? And then when you hold it, ain't that Jesus a dictator? You do what he say do, or you gonna put your ass in hell, burn your dumb ass in hell forever and ever and ever. No question, you ain't gonna vote for him. Ain't no voting. You do what the hell you tell you do. See? You don't ask questions. Because they told you don't ask questions. Only time you ask questions is when we say something. If I say something. That's why it says in the Bible, says, well, you didn't ask Pharaoh nothing. Why you questioning Moses? Yeah, it says right in there. So you didn't question, I believe it's in the Quran also. You didn't question Pharaoh. So why are you questioning Moses? Pharaoh was the one kicking your ass. But you didn't question him. But you questioning Moses, who comes to try to help your ass. See, I can't get over to you, brothers and sisters, what's happening to you. See? Because right away, yeah, you can't know nothing. Because they got a thing called compiler. Compiler, right? That's the software. It controls information that comes in. So you tell the compiler, right, don't accept this information. And then, so the information comes in, you only accept it. See, there are all these little things that you don't understand. And they make sure you never understand it. And that's why you're going to be forced to understand it, because all that's coming down in a minute. See, all that's coming down in a minute. See, the false vision they give you, the false audio they're giving you, the false information they're giving you, is crashing. Just like that. And then you're going to be faced, see, because one of the things that keeps that going, if they keep you fed, no matter even if you're shitlings, right, then you kind of like, but if you're hungry, you ain't got no food, right, you're going to ask some questions. Where did mama get some damn food from? And you ain't going to be able to get it from them. Because you're going to be the food. You have no idea what's about to happen here, brothers and sisters. Let me move on. I've not been successful in getting this information across to you. But it says I would not be able to. It says it wouldn't happen until, right, a certain period of time. It says the day will come when those who live in the graves will hear his voice and come forth. So it's a certain time that comes. But when does that come? They tell you it comes forth, right? It's about to come forth now, right? When the war starts. Because that's what happens. It says when in Aaron's camp, it was sound of war, but it's sound, no victor's feet. So before that, you ain't hear anything I have to say. Everybody out there, it says you're dry bones. Even though it's claimed that they dry bones. It says none of you. I already had my experience with that. Right? You couldn't put no meat on those bones. It says they wouldn't get it until the four winds blow. It says you don't connect that. It says you have to baptize you with fire. So Elijah baptized what? Baptized with fire. Fires are for the four winds. If you understand the angel, go to the four winds. Are also fire. That's when you wake up. When fire hits your ass. Because fire moves anybody. Because nobody got it out there. No one. Said he would walk alone. They don't have it. They got excuses and this and that. And they don't hurt themselves. Because let me put it this way. I talk about personification. I don't think most people understand what I'm talking about. Every action is opposite equal reaction, right? The point is, what's the nature of the reaction? Now the Bible tells you eye for eye, tooth for tooth. So that means if somebody does something, you don't want to do it back, right? Now the way religions tell you, the ones that mean in like Hinduism, they got karma, right? It's like, oh, so bad, if you do something, bad things will happen to you. But it's more powerful than that. Because what's the nature of the consequence? I would tell my quality. What's the nature of the consequence? What's the nature of the consequence? So if I go out and steal $1 million, I can get $1 million cancer that costs $1 million to get rid of it. That's the kind. It's paid off, right? That's a general type of consequence. Right? There's another kind of consequence. A personification of consequence. And that's the one that you don't understand. Because I keep telling you, it says the fundamental principle is consequence. The fundamental nature of God is consequence. They talk about God and crime most times. They talk about just consequence. That's the nature of God. Consequence, period. That's mathematics. That's the nature of the universe. Consequence. There's nothing more fundamental than that. Consequence. Every action has opposite but equal reaction. Now the equal part, that's the one. See, because I had somebody before they said opposite, opposite. I said, so you gotta say it right. Because if you say opposite, has opposite, and equal reaction. Well, I think it said if opposite but equal. You say it that way, right? Well, you say that. Anyway, every action has opposite and equal reaction. I think it said everything opposite. Everything has opposite and reaction. Somehow they said it wasn't quite right. But this way, this refers to the God, because God is the fundamental nature of the universe. So God is the consequence. He's the personification of consequence. You see? So what's another way of explaining that? I keep telling you, there's so many, you got to read between the lines. It says, okay, God's wrath has come, and that's a consequence of what they did. Right? Okay, so if that, you look at that from most religious point of view, with some mystery God somewhere, he's going to punish them for what he did to us. Think about that, man. He's going to punish them for what he did to us. So we're incidental to the consequence. No, we weren't incidental to the action, but we incidental to the consequence. See? Because, hey, the neighbor beat me up, Pops. the Bible's go ahead and deal with it. But it does say, it says eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. So you take my eye, get yours back. It don't say eye for a consequence. It's an eye for an eye. See? Now, in the Bible tells you, the sealed Bible tells you, Esau said, no, you shouldn't do that. But see, you got to understand where he's coming from because he's talking to the devils there. And that's a very subtle point. See? Because if that's the law, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, then the person that's doing the consequence, they're the personification of it because it's direct. It's not incidental. I'm sure I can get this across to you, brothers, because it's a very powerful point. Because it says, God's wrath has come, right? Okay. Boom. That means God's going to get them for what they did, right? This mystery God's going to do to them what they did to us, right? He's just. He's going to do to them what they did to us, right? It's mystery God. And then you read down a little further, it says, do unto them as they done to you. Eye for an eye, tooth for tooth. In fact, double. So who is the mystery God? You are. Does that make any clear to you? Because we are Allah. We are the consequence with personification of it. Because it said, we do unto them, and we're going to do it. Just we do it. Not no mystery God says, right? We do. So the day of wrath has come. Whose wrath? The God and the Lamb. Right? And that's us. They represent us. But we are the ones going to do it. See, during the tribulation, right? Who do you think will do it? The ones going to tribulation. They're going to tear this country. That's why I say it's exceedingly great army. And then you're going to stand this balance and go like I said, you just don't get it. It's so powerful. And to me, it's very simple, very easy. Right? But you don't get it. That shows you the God. It's like that thing about it's momentous in heaven and earth, but coming of a sudden. If you know anything about physics, man, that tells you Earth is universally in the universe. That could not happen. That idea, that concept is momentous in heaven and earth, but coming all of a sudden here. That means that we have to be at the center of the universe. That's the mathematics of it. You understand the verse, but again, I tell you it's all mathematics. That's telling you right there. I tell you it's all science there. I said, oh man, Earth is the center of the universe. I saw it right away. See? So with the center, what does that tell you? So the thing is that with the personification of it, so therefore we are going to do it. We're going to do, who's going to do the judging? It says in the Bible, says, don't you know that you're going to judge angels? Oh, wait a minute, what's the mystery God going to be judging? It says, don't you know that you are going to judge angels? You're going to be the judge. See? You're going to be the judge. But some of you are going to be on the back end of this thing. Because everybody has to stand up. And so you have to face your own brothers and sisters too. If you show up and say, hey, did you have this knowledge? Yeah. What'd you do with it? What'd you do with it? What did you do with it? What's your answer going to be? Won't be no bullshit, I can tell you that. You don't want to come there with no bullshit, half-ass with that one. Like Elijah Muhammad said, do not pray for that day because you do not know what you're up against. You're dealing with the God face to face. So I looked for the God and I found out it was me. Because there ain't no other God out there. Ain't no other God out there with. Like somebody hit me a while back. Right? Because they got this idea about God walking on clouds and walking on the water and healing around his head and everything else. Yeah. You don't act like no God. So how does God act? How does God act? Okay? I ain't like Farrakhan trying to pretend I'm something I'm not. I gotta be real. And that's a way to communicate to you that you, it's just like me. That means you God. We're all gods. If you say God's a man, then you gotta understand, what are you dealing with? You're gonna deal with somebody that got emotions, got anger, maybe there's a little fear there. You know, all the things that comes with being if you're a man, and you look at yourself, all the things that you, unless you're a devil, all the things, then he has aspects of those, and he may have more discipline of it, he may be more stronger, but he still has the same, right? I mean, you know, all monkeys are alike, right? So you got the same quality. It's just some, you know, you may be a little stronger, a little weaker, more, whatever. But the point is that you got some idea what you're dealing with there, because you're that. Now when it comes to the female, you say, well, she knows she knows what to do with these men, right? She'll never understand it fully, and that's one thing I had an issue with anyway. And I still have an issue with that one, right? Because we're still in that sealed Bible. Well, we are in sealed Bible time now. We're coming out of it, but during sealed Bible time, right? See, and it's going to happen. It's just not going to happen during the tribulation. That's that, right? That you got these females have to have a female high priest to represent them. There's no way in the world I can do it. Okay? It just seemed to me that, you know, like I said, we still under the banner of sealed Bible. Sealed Bible was hit the female, but when they come together, it won't happen to you, and it won't happen, and you can't do it right now anyway because she'd have to have her mind back, and none of them had their mind back. So the only one who has mind back was the Lamb, and so it would be no good if your sister did rise, because she'd have to be able to break the seals too. But once the mind gets back, the mind is restored, then there will be a female that represents the female. Will be a female high priest, and she will speak to the females. There's no way I can do that. See, so I go out my way, right, to deal with females. I know I can't do it adequately. I know I can't do it. Right, so I just keep open mind when it comes to females, right? It's like some of you want judgment according to the way males are judged. But get with personification situation, brothers and sisters. I got a lot of stuff to say, but I'm not going to do it tonight. I thought about it, right? I got so much, and time is running out fast. But you got to understand the concept. You are the personification of consequence. That's why the whole world is dealing with you, because you are going to execute the consequence on the world for what they did. So if you wasn't a God, you wouldn't be able to do that. You're the one who execute judgment and hell and destruction upon this planet. You, not a mystery God, you, that's what the Bible tells you. A exceedingly great army. They say, a exceedingly great saints. We're going to be praying hard to God. Please, God, come and help me. Please, God, be the. No, it didn't say that. So you could be a exceedingly great prayer addicts or whatever. It says no, a exceedingly great army, and it'll be led by Joshua. And you had the God. He's going to be doing Air Force protecting over. So not going to be somebody doing lightning bolts out there. No, it's all coming from you. I'm going to leave it alone, brothers and sisters. Maybe you get it, maybe not. You will soon. But the bottom line I was saying here is that they took your ability to think. That's what I talks about today. I mean, I ain't worried about it. I got faith, okay? Faith and sealed Bible keep pushing faith. And remember, the Quran is a subset of the Bible. It tells you that in Genesis, it says the greater light was the sun, and the less light was the moon. The greater light was the Bible, and the less light was the Quran. And the Quran just reflects light from the moon. I mean, the moon just reflects light from the sun. So the light of the sun, the Quran just reflects light from the sealed Bible. I mean, Brothers and sisters, this stuff comes together so easily. The Quran is just reflecting light from the sealed Bible. That's why I want to put down everything else. It's reflecting it. Right? But now note. But now supernova's coming in. Blow all that away. Okay, let's move on, brothers and sisters. A few topics. Then I'm gonna get my main event. Right? Nominations going on right now, all the stuff going on right now, and it tells you we got a few more days, brothers and sisters. The future is now. We've caught with the future. The future. The future is now. The future is now. We're caught with it. This was the future 30-some years ago. Now we're here. And anybody who's paying attention cannot deny that the scenario we're talking about right now, I have not been talking for years. The scenario we're talking about right now, I've not been talking about for years. I've been talking about for years. Some people have been around for 3 or 4 years. They know I've been talking about this scenario, and now we're here. This scenario, saying something else. It looked like it was going to be disrailed a year ago, right? September. Oh man, peace going to break out and everything. I said, no. They said it right there. We said, they start talking peace and safety, sudden, and then something happens. So let's move on, brothers and sisters. About to happen, brothers and sisters. It's about to happen. It's happening before your eyes, but you don't recognize it. Like a egg falling off of a Sears Tower, Empire State Building. You start off egg. When you drop it, there's nothing wrong with the egg. You drop it. The only problem is the time. Go hit that ground. That's the end of that. Long before you hit that ground, it's cool. Right? See, that's happening right now. Americans been in the fall system. They're in free fall. Hit the ground yet? They're going to hit in a couple more days. Says clearly, fall system is going to lightning bolt. You know, all these things you keep talking about, it's like going real fast. Why do I keep saying that? It's got real fast, like overnight, 1 hour. I'm going to play something for you in a minute that's going to emphasize that.
Just got this down from upstairs from the Secretary of Defense office today, and he said, this is a memo. He said, I just got this down from upstairs from the Secretary of Defense office today, and he said, this is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran. I said, is it classified? He said, yes, sir. I said, well, don't show it to me. If you were Iranian, you probably believe that you were mostly already at war with the United States anyway, since we've asserted that their government needs regime change. So, and we've asked Congress to appropriate $75 million to do it, and we are supporting terrorist groups, apparently, who are infiltrating and blowing up things inside Iran. And if we're not doing it, let's put it this way, we're probably cognizant of it and encouraging it. So it's not surprising that we're moving to a point of confrontation crisis with Iran.
I'm going to guess that none of this surprises you, Professor Sachs.
Okay, bro, says I'm going to make a few points and then get to my main topic here in a second here. They say something's going around, it's kind of bird flu or something, I don't know. because everybody's sneezing and coughing and whatever. Hold on for a minute, brothers and sisters. One quick note, brothers and sisters. You want to know how God reacts under intense pressure? How he reacts under intense pressure? Look in the mirror. You're looking at him. Like Mama said, every time you look at a black man, you see God. But no, you don't see God. You look at a black man. You see God when you look at a black male and female. Then you see God. You don't look at half of God when you're looking at the male. We got to get past that. I mean, that seal Bible has really done a job on that. And so, like I said, I probably with females and everything else I know because that's energy deprivation. You don't have enough energy to interface with them properly, interface us properly. But I'm not going to let any harm come to them. You understand? Not under my watch. The thing is, that's part of my job to straighten it out because it says, let's make man our likeness, our image, male and female. They try to tell you that's Adam. No, that's us. Male and female. Okay. So, and nobody has more trouble, more females in life than me, I tell you. So, but I'm the one that has to make that happen. And I'm going to make it happen. I mean, if you want to start hating on females, I'd probably be the biggest hater in the world. All the trouble I've had with that. See, we can't deal with the emotional side of it. If I deal with the emotional side of it, right, we'll all be dead in 50 years because I've killed all the females. So hey, what are we going to do now? If I deal with the emotional side, you understand? That's why you got to get out that emotion. Get the angel mind. That's why we're not allowing anybody in without the angel mind, because we're not going to allow you come in with all the power that you would have in the hereafter with a devil mind. Oh, that ain't going to happen. Well, brothers and sisters. Now I'm going to talk about a couple of things in a different way here. Now, I've been noticing on it, and I've noticed about a while, but they've been showing a lot of it on the internet lately. Right? So I don't know if you're seeing it. We're talking about all this transgender murder. We know they had a thing on what's that show they used to have on TV? You come on and they be fighting and stuff on the show. It was a talk show. I can't think of the name of it. Right? I forgot the name of it. And everybody at each other's throat. You come in the interview and they expose. Anyway, bottom line is, but this was devil though. He come on there, and his girlfriend come on with him. And then she reveals on in there, right, that she's really a man, that she got transgendered. And oh man, that dude didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. He was so embarrassed. See, this is the devil. Now he doesn't have the strongest reaction as we have, a real strong reaction to that kind of stuff. But his action wasn't even as strong as ours is. And I the name of that show. But when he got in power, he killed that thing. He killed. I don't know what happened to him as a result of it. He killed him. See? Now, the reason I say that, talk about that, because the original people have a greater version of that than anybody on the planet. Because you don't tolerate that crap in Africa. And Obama went over there and tried to tell him he was the president. They told him to get his ass out of there. Told him you gotta accept gay rights, what kind of stuff. That's the place you don't want to go in Africa with that stuff. And then they find out that the blacks in America, right? They said they won't. They're even the ones here after they've been brainwashed and everything else. They don't want to hear it either. They're naturally against it because we're naturally against that kind of stuff. I ain't talking about the demons like Farrakhan, those clowns. You understand? Okay. Now remember I was saying about personification. Now we the God. You don't understand that. We the God that we went to sleep because of its deprivation. But now we're coming out of it. But then we got the devils on top of us. And what they try to do, they try to convert the gods into devils. Pay close attention to what I'm about to say here, brothers and sisters. See? Because they're trying to change your nature. See? They did it with the demons. I mean, you could make the argument they change. It's really their nature, but you can say because they took our women, right? They put their seed in our women, so you got black folks that have their nature. So they didn't really change our nature, but you could look at it that way. You understand? But anyway, if you look at it in a general sense, if they did that to the whole nation, then we have a whole nation of demons that call themselves original people. Because all the rest would be gone if they was able to succeed in doing that. So you can look at it from that point of view too. So the thing is that we have God, we put the law out there. You don't do that. See, when you read those laws in the Bible, that's our nature in those laws. Right? Honor your mother and father. Right? That's our nature in those laws. See? And that was those laws was an attempt, because we don't have to, we don't have to obey those laws because that's our nature. You don't have to give a law to birds or bees because that's their nature, that's our nature. That's why they said we're not under the law because we are the law. They're under the law because they're not the law. So we give them that, so they have to know how to act. This is how you should act. If you want to have discipline, this is the way you should act. We didn't have the power to act that way because of energy deprivation. If you take a bird, he's starving to death, right? He's not going to act like a bird. He might want to fly anyway. He's looking for something to eat. You understand? So the thing is that's how you need to act. You see? Because you have to train them that. You have to train a lion to act like a docile thing. That's not his nature. You have to train them to act in a civilized way that we do naturally. We don't need a law. We're not having a law. The only law that I'm aware of that we only have was law about reproduction. Do not reproduce anybody close, a family member close, because we're going to reverse the effect of gender. That's no story to get. I'm not getting to brothers and sisters here. That's the only law I'm aware of, because that's our nature. You go to Africa, those tribes, they have any laws? They got along fine. They had no Bill of Rights, no Constitution. They got along fine. They had Social Security, all that stuff. They got along perfectly fine. It was healthy and everything else. Now that they turn around, bones your nose, and Tarzan the king of the jungle, and you all these niggas up there running around. And they had a white man, he's the king of the whole damn jungle. Boy, they did a job with us. You see? So the thing is that that's our nature. So being opposed to, it says in the Quran, it says, no one in all creation, homosexuality talking about, right? It says, no one whole creation ever did that before you, talking about the devils. No one ever did. It says right in the Quran, no one ever did before you, because that's against our nature. We've been here for 3 years, nobody ever thought about doing anything like that. I mean, it's like, It's like going out there and say, well, I think I'm going to go eat some shit. I ain't thought about doing stuff like that. I mean, it come to our mind. It wasn't part of our imagination. It says, no one did it before you. It's right in the Quran. Want me to get the verse for you? So the thing is, so the point is, they were saying, right, when Buttigieg, or what his name is, they said people would never, black folks would never vote for him because because of what he is. He's funny, what he used the word gay, right? Because they knew blacks have a problem with it. Original black. They told me, sir, Farrakhan told me, remember when he had so-called second main man army, his gay family or whatever you call them? boy, sick. At any rate, he didn't even show up for it. Right? So I guess he knew it was going to be a flop. You understand? So the thing is that that's how, so the thing is, they trying to change how they force it on us. And so what's happening is, let me cut to the chase here. You may not realize it, but check it out. There's an epidemic of black. This happens to whites too, but an epidemic is most black transgenders being murdered. Right? Because what they're doing is they deceiving the person, this black man they married, and never tell him, because he would never bought it. And then he finds out, and the man goes ballistic. I mean, he kills him. He loses control because we're so against that, so against nature and everything else. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. We have to get out of here because if we was over in our land, in our country, they would, and the transgender, they would have hung that clown for doing that. Not the brother that killed him. He'd be a hero. That's one way you get, because everyone that did it, they tried first degree murder. First of all, the charge is overdrawn because when you kill somebody out of passion, that's not first degree murder. First degree murder, you have to plan, decide to do it. But if you just do it because you're out of, but they want this best charge. They try to force their nature on you. They're trying to force their nature on us. They're trying to change the nature of God. You understand? You understand that statement I just said? They're trying to change the nature of God. Because you're the God. They've been trying to do it for 500 years. Change it to God. Because they're doing this. And if you don't go along with it, see, because we're there. They go along with it. We don't go along with it. If you're a dog in the cat's world, you're gonna have a problem with if you're a dog in cat's world, you have trouble with cat's laws. You have trouble with it because it's against your nature. See what I'm saying? So the thing is, these guys, they said, first degree murder. They probably could lecture if they could. Because the guy went crazy, and most of them, if you read the stories, they went totally berserk before they even could catch themselves. You mean what? I mean, I know, I'd be there too. I mess around, I've been around for I know, I'd definitely be an electric chair. I'd definitely be an electric chair in a heartbeat. Because they know where I'm very disciplined. I would lose total control over that one. Total control over that one. You a damn man? I'm kissing. Ooh, I lose total control over that one. They're probably gonna take a shut to my channel down on this one. I don't care because time is running anyway. See what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why I gotta get the hell out of here. It's that goddamn Farrakhan. You understand? Because their laws is against us and their purpose, and you can't get this girl enough. These people are purposeful. Like what's going on in the Middle East right now. I told you, the whole purpose, I told you a while back, the whole purpose is to take total control of the Middle East. I just showed you that thing about Wesley Clark. He got that from God. He didn't get it from God. He got Wesley Clark built over 15, 20 years ago. When he first started. You know what I mean? He ain't got nothing. No, he got something. He got nothing. He got back. He got nothing. He ain't got nothing. He got nothing. That's the English language. It's wrong both ways. He ain't got nothing. He got nothing. When they say he ain't got nothing, that means he got something, right? But you understand and say he got nothing, I mean, whatever. You see what I'm saying? So these guys, and they put a first degree murder. That shows that because they don't have no consideration for what happened to him. How would you feel if somebody did that to you? How would you feel? And plus, remember, he has committed a mortal sin. Because I don't care what you call it, it's still homosexuality. I don't care what degenerate, it's still it's two men having sex with each other. They call it something, they want to call it, because so Jim Dog, Lassie, whatever. See? We got pictures of these folks even marrying animals. Come on. And so you try, as a person, hey man, you commit a mortal sin, man, you got me. And embarrassment, you know. See, I can understand. So it's like OJ. I mean, OJ is a damn demon, but I see where he came from. See, those crimes are passion. Because here he is, he picked this little devil out of trailer park. And he's OJ, he's famous. He's the man. Right? He was one of the best, we were the quarterback when he was whatever. And he trailer park, devil, made it into something. And then what she do, she get that money, slap him around like he's not like he's a little dog, he's a little puppy. He go get her another devil and put her over his shoulder. She doing a ballistic. The emotions got over him. He killed her. You know he did it. Hey, because that's the emotion side of it. Man, you lose control because certain things. I mean, he said, "Oh man, because he sort of because the way he perceived it, she did it purposely. The point is that it's like this penny thing. Now, ain't nowhere in the world. So this may be a straw broke because I'm getting at a point here. I'm driving at a point here. So bear with me for a minute. I talk about thresholds. So you take so much at some point you break. And so much heat water can take before it turns to steam. So much cold water can take before it turns into ice. So much heat ice can take before it turns into water. It's just a transformation point. They call it threshold. And black folks, at some point where they break, because there's a snapping point. The Bible tells us a snapping point, if you understand. Snap, where they're going to snap. Is this anything? I mean, we saw the George Floyd thing came close. Because that is so outrageous. That's so outrageous. The guy takes this black guy. And the black guy was making noise, saying stuff. He hadn't hurt nobody. He hadn't attacked anybody. Not physically. So he had no business mess with him. See, if he felt the guy was threatened, he could call the police. But no, he jumps on the guy, chokes him. Anybody would tell you, if you hold somebody's and choke hold for a couple of minutes, they're going to die. Who can hold their breath for 2 or 3 minutes? They say held the man for 6 minutes. And the best put his hand on the man to begin with. He's not no cop. So he attacked the man. He said, the man was going to attack somebody. You can't attack somebody if you think they're going to do something to somebody else. You can't do it. That's against the law. And if that been around, other way around, that guy would have been shot to death by police, or he'd been in prison right now and get his ass kicked, or worse. So how the hell that guy walk like that? And I went Google and see what the makeup of the jury, and you can't get the makeup of the jury. That telling the jury must have been all white, or it wasn't black. And that gets to another thing too. One thing after another. You got these Arabs over here. Hey man, the guys in the Philippines. They want your sympathy, but where is their sympathy for us? You see anybody talking about? You see any steps? Hey man, that thing bad news. What happened to George Floyd? That's been what happened to that guy. He did. You see anyone stand for anything that happens to black folks? Never. They probably sit back and say, you probably deserve it, because you don't want to go in their stores, because he walks like a hawk, like you want to steal that cheap shit they got up in there. See? But God, you see, when you go with, See, aside from what Max Robinson is getting ready to do, is still a breaking point because this might do it. Because there's nowhere in the world that guy should have walked. That guy was on the train making noise, talking, right? But he hadn't hit anybody. He hadn't hurt anybody. So then this guy taking on himself to go and choke the man to death. And they said, okay, that's okay. Now you go and try to do it. You're going to track some white boys out there making noise. He could be threatening people. Hell, he can be spitting on somebody. And you're going to put him in check hole and kill him, see what happened to you. So let me get to my main point here. See, the Bible taught, I'm going to show you in a minute. They're going to expose the Chaldeans, which is the Bible's way of saying Caucasian. That's what Chaldean is, if you understand. Chaldean is Caucasian. It says, right? It says, go pull a skirt above the point is, it's going to expose who they really are. So the point is, like I explained to you, a lion, once he's eaten, you probably can walk all around. He's not going to bother you as long as you don't bother him. But you better be within 10,000 miles of him when you get hungry. Because his aggression is either self-defense or hunger. That's what drives lion, unless he's one of the man-eaters, but then still, he's not bothered by his hungry. He just eat people when he get hungry. But what drives him is self-defense, hunger. If you ain't bothering him and you're hungry, he ain't gonna bother you. That same thing, these devils. They came out of Europe with nothing. Zero. And so they came and took everybody's stuff, killed people, genocide. Everything to my happened to false Israel, they did 10 times, 1,000 times worse. But they want something like they superior, they righteous, they come down from heaven. And that's what I'm telling people. They're going to invading countries because of civil rights, because they don't have enough democracies. Right? They've been doing this stuff. Now, most of the countries understand what's going on. They're scared to say something because they're scared of America. But you're supposed to fear nothing but Allah. As soon as they fear America, you know what I mean? We fear nothing but Allah. Well, why you ask America to protect you then? House of Saud. Ask questions. Learn about yourself. Expose enemies. So the point is that what's happening for the whole world to see, that's what's happening. That's one of the things that would happen for their destruction. See, let's talk about this, but now I got to be more specific. This one of the things happened just before destruction, right? So, because I explained to you before, I said, when God does certain things, not God, okay, that's the way mathematics works, right? You expose the person so that when the justice comes to him, everybody says, oh, that was just. That's what Christ said. Everybody will say just. Only way he says just, you have to see what the person did that exposed to show if they deserve it. And that's what America's showing right now. What they're doing on false Israel. Everything false Israel is doing is what America did 10 times worse to us. Over here, they stole this country. They ain't supposed to be here. They could have been genociding people. They destroyed women and children, right? Biological welfare. They brought us over here and beat us and raped us and what all the things they did to us for 40 years. They're much 1,000 times worse than false Israel. See? And now they support false Israel with weapons and everything else to do this stuff. See? And so, and then this George Floyd thing and this Penny thing, and everybody's starting to see. Right? They make laws that they don't only apply to other people, not him. So that's why it's supposed to me it's gonna be so obvious. Even Ray Charles gonna see it. That's the point I'm trying to make. And you see right now, one of the main things that just happened over in Gaza, one of the main things that's done, exposed America, even made the blind see. He made the blind see. Let me say it again. He made the blind see America's full of shit. Look at what they're doing. How can they blame false Israel? How can they, it's showing who they really are. And what's happening over here. And like I said, that penny trial that put animals back because people get angry about that. Because it's no way in the world you can justify what happened there. No way. Because why he gonna kill somebody because they loud? You ever been on a New York subway? It's much worse than that. People get loud and everything else. He loud, talk, so what? So you get on the subway, call them cop. But you don't go and tackle the man and put him in a hole for 6 minutes. And the thing is, he's supposed to know this. He's supposed to be a Marine. He was taught, so he had to know he was going to kill this guy. See? So that's what's saying. All this is exposed, these people who because they tried, they see, in other words, oh, hey man, hey, look at that lion, he's so tame. See, that's Farrakhan. I say, hey, man, that's tame lion, man. Look, he laying, he ain't bound nobody, he walking around, he ain't doing nothing. You see there? He's tame. See? He don't tell you that he's just ain't hungry. Because once you get hungry, you better not be around here. Because Farrakhan ain't gonna be around, he'll be way off looking binoculars where your ass get ate up, sitting laughing at your dumb ass. Look at that dummy, he's doing around. See? And that's where the devils are. Because they're about to get hungry. That's why they keep telling you about cannibalism. That's another way of saying it's going to be cannibalism, that they're going to be hungry because they came over here with nothing. They came here hungry. They never saw so much food in their life. They were hungry. They had nothing. They looked for gold and for anything. They brought us over here and worked us to death. You see? And now they got all this, they got everything. Now they kind of like sit back and play with us like little pets. See? So yeah, they might, you might go out there and lion might scratch, but he ain't going out there to eat you because he's hungry. Lions don't eat once they get full. They don't eat until they get hungry again. See? So they're about to get hungry. They get hungry. All the stuff they've been doing before they got all this, they're gonna revert back to it. Because see, they got so many black folks food out here. Black folks take pictures of them. Oh man, and they my friends and fish bumping, all that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, we changed, we different now. No, you ain't no different. The Bible says, can a tiger change his stripes? You ain't no different than you was before. In fact, you're not much worse. You just ain't hungry right now. And they about to be made hungry. And then you're gonna realize who they really are. Some of you end up on a dinner plate with an apple in your mouth and one of those things they call those rods stuck up your ass. Some of you end up like that. That's the last thing you're going to remember what I just told you. See? Because you didn't want to listen. That's why people lost for lack of knowledge. See? Some of you end up with a thing, the rod. With a rod stuck up your ass and an apple in your mouth. Right? Some of you end up like that. Because you believe, oh, they different now. Oh, it's my father. He said God didn't say he's going to come and judge Abraham Lincoln and George. He said he's going to judge the nation. And that's how you trick yourself with this democracy. Because now your hands are not clean because you're part of democracy. And whether you voted for one or another, you still voted. You're part of it. And so this country represents you. So whatever this country does, it's on you. So now, God, when he judges, he gets everybody, except us. Except let these fools go ahead and buy into this crap, because we forced into this. See, so you can't say it's your mother. He said, "Come and judge a nation." So he wasn't going to go back in time and judge back. No, judge a nation as it exists right now. So you're going to say, "Well, you can't judge it because all people are dead." No, how are you going to judge that? Because you're going to judge the people that's here right now for what they did to us. So when they tell that shit about, oh man, no, my fuck, that ain't what the Bible says. The Bible says you're going to judge this nation for what they did to us. And so that's 500 years of what we're doing. It tells us we're going to pay them back double what they did to us. So it ain't about, hey man, my father, my grandfather did it. No, you did it. You partisan America did it. You represent America. And you're a democracy, so whatever America does, it does in your name. Got your ass on that one. See, you don't understand. You don't understand what you're dealing with here. See, he said, I'm the best knower. What are you talking about? Okay, that's not about being disposed. That's about to happen. I mean, it's happening right now. And so when they go down, everybody gonna say, like Simon Gomorrah, hey, deserve it, because everybody, the whole world's turned against America. You notice that? And then finally, Greater Israel, right? I keep telling you that's what it's about, because that's part of what they need. They need to take all Arabia, because that's what a covenant is. The covenant says they won't get Palestine, says they would get us, but they claim they're us. They get all of Arabia. And that's what Wesley College told us just now. And that's what they ain't telling you. Now they got Syria. You think they're going to let it go? They got that whole country. But they aren't going to let it go in a minute. You see? Because Iran's got to make his move. And that's what Muhammad's going to be with them, says Michael and his angels. I ain't talking about next year. I'm talking about, if you listen to some of these people like Rick Wiles, man, won't be around at Christmas. What's that? A week away? What's that? Everything was 12 days away? Almost 2 weeks.
The fall of Babylon predicted. Come down, and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit
on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldean. American, the fall of Babylon predicted.
Again, let me say what I just said, brother. So I have trouble with changing the, I said, I'm going to play something, brothers and sisters. Like I said, 9% of the Bible, I mean, not 9%, but a large part of it, I'm not touched yet. Right? I mean, I've read the whole Bible before I even injured, but I mean, just going in and really going in and using the key on it. I've done too much because I said, I got to stop at some point to get the message to you. But I understand the message got clear grip on it. But I said, so much ammunition out there. I tried to take this city working with it to go in. And so I went out there, like I said, it's one time with a lady, going and look at different books like Jeremiah and Isaiah, because they got so much powerful information. That's something they could have been doing. But like I said, I don't think they're doing anything. I've already shut that ship down. Waste of time. So listen to this, brothers and sisters. Right? This is just something, you know, I said, it's about 3 minutes long. And it's very clear. I mean, this is a powerful one. You understand? Chaldeans are Caucasians. That's the Bible word for Caucasians. I can prove that easily. So here goes.
The fall of Babylon predicted. Come down, and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldean, American Caucasians, for you will no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones, and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, thy shame shall be seen, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man, I will not spare anyone. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called, the Queen of Kingdoms. I was angry with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into your hand, you showed them no mercy, upon the old, aged, have you very heavily laid your yoke. And thou said, I shall be a queen forever, so that thou did not lay these things to thy heart, neither did you remember the eventual consequence of it. Therefore hear now this, you are given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children, but these 2 things shall come to you in a moment in one day, the loss of children, and widowhood, they shall come upon you in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For you have trusted in your wickedness, you have said, none sees me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and you have said in your heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon you, you will not know from whence it rise, and mischief shall fall upon you, you will not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon you suddenly, which you will not know. Stand now with your enchantments, and with the multitude of your sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, stand up, and save thee from these things that shall come upon you. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame, there shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants, from thy youth, they shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee.
If you study that verse, brothers and sisters, tell you, ooh, and this happened in a few days, brothers and sisters, this year. This year's almost over. I mean, their year. The year technically is not over until March, but this says destruction will come. And the last lines here, they're talking about economic collapse. Right? But Charlie said, this stuff will come suddenly. It said, it's coming out of nowhere. Not going to expect it, but it's coming. And it's going to be terrible upon these people. So you can read the whole thing at your leisure, right? But see, if you read, this is powerful. And tell you who the child is if you understand Chaldees occasions. See? So let me just move on, brothers and sisters. It's good noise later than I expected, right? Let me see if I can move myself out of the way here. Brothers and sisters, make this to why is that not showing here? Maybe it is showing. Well, I guess not. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay, brothers and sisters. I'm not going to get to my whole presentation. It took me quite a while to put this together. Okay. This is the seals. So I try to put it in the right sequence so you understand it. But you got the first seal, that's Abominable Werewolves. You're going to hear more of it in a few more days, brothers and sisters. I've been hearing, every time I put them up there, the torrents, you go, well, okay, we'll see. But I talk about this too. And, oh man, you're going to be all, I told you about the world Middle East coming. I told you about abomination, desolation. Before it happened, not watch the weather. And then the fifth seal. Now the first seal, then the fifth seal, that's a silence. There's silence. If you look at the seals, you understand why there's a silence. Because that's the one that has no silence in it. And then, right after the sixth seal follows the fifth seal, because once the silence is over, the sixth seal kicks in. That's the apocalypse. And once the sixth seal, right, start, then that part of the sixth seal is the second seal, the third seal, the fourth seal. Right, the four winds, right? That's the resurrection. NOI is the cure from Farrakhan. That's the demons cast out, thrones cast down. And the war of Armageddon. That's the European war. See, so if you study him, right, that's the sequence that's put in. See? Okay. Like I said, I don't think anybody's paying attention. Okay, so let's go here, and I'm gonna close out, brothers. I don't think I'm gonna get to all this. Resurrection. Now, I'm going over a little bit because I noticed that everything didn't display properly. When you see Jerusalem's from armies, remember, there's three particular verses that relate to this. We see Jerusalem's from armies. What does that mean? You have to understand the injured key. They think, oh, because, you know, all stuff going on in Jerusalem right now. Remember, Jerusalem, that's where false Israel controls. They talking about them. That's the place. We see it, false Israel surround our armies, not the Gaza. Nobody's going to surround the Gaza armies. False Israel surround our armies. They recognize her destruction. That means, so how these people talking about that you say Abraham will touch right there, they're going to be destroyed. Jerusalem, so is he talking about the Jews or are you talking about the people of Gaza? And then people of Gaza is not controlled from my armies. They're not now. They're not predicted to be. How could they be anyway? Only ones to surround them, right? It's false Israel. But I said, we see Jerusalem from armies, that means it's got to be talking about false Israel, the Jews. And said their destruction will come. That shows right there, not see Abraham. See, like somebody had real helpers, they could explain this stuff. See, but I'm on, you know, so what me, bro, it's 24 hours a day, and I mean, excuse me, I'm on the base, I'm on the case, I'm getting information out there. So it said, those must flee the mount, all that kind of stuff, right? Remember that, because it said the same thing. And for talk about pregnant women, talking about America and Britain pregnant with us. America's pregnant with us. We're a nation, sovereign nation. Right? See, it's upon America. All those are pregnant. Those who are right. That's America. America's pregnant with us. We're a nation, sovereign nation. With great distress, and great stress on land and wrath upon this people. Great, my brother told me a minute ago. Great distress in this land. Great distress and wrath on this people. What do you think America's be like when it happens? No food, no water. And they were from, okay. See, that's true. Remember that. Now, so you know the place is. Then it says, wherever you see the abomination of desolation spoke by Daniel, that's an event. Abomination of desolation. That's what's going on right now. They're causing desolation over there. Forces cause desolation over there. It says same thing, right? Flee. So they're doing the same thing. Display your flag will be in the summer and Sabbath or the winter. I explained that. I'm not getting to that today, I don't think. You understand? So now you got two things. You got surrounded by armies, so it hasn't happened yet. That's false Israel. Right? And then you're going to see abomination desolation, what's going on right now. Right? The number of desolation going on over there. Caused by this abomination, false Israel. And then here, abomination, desolation. You see abomination, right? Standing. Now it's talking about abomination. Remember, the abomination of desolation. That's the people. They're standing where they shouldn't be. See, that's Arab land, but the Jews are there. See, and they got fleet and everything else here too. But this time I just flight in the winter. See, so it's the same thing. So I tell you, people, the place. The event. Can't go wrong, brothers and sisters. If you ask questions, read, pay attention. Okay, let me see if I can do some close out. Ahmed. I'm not going there, brothers and sisters. But Ahmed is the name of Prophet Muhammad. That's one of his names. And the Quran is spelled one way, and the Bible is spelled another way, because Jesus mentioned him in the Bible. It says he will come after him. Right? Named it Ahmed. He did. Timeline. Okay. I'm just gonna go quick, just quickly, brothers and sisters. When they say the resurrection takes place, right? The resurrection is about to take place. Here's the angel key right here, right? And so a year, we represent this one on the bottom here, this one on the bottom here, rivers, this one big, day on the bottom word C, and this would be at the bottom word, right? Here's CPOA, that's when they first attacked Syria. Mom was just riding his white horse. 2001, I believe it was, 2011. Right? And put the ramp on the seat of for the nations. Now make sure I got this time, brothers and sisters. I didn't see yesterday. I think you can see that right there at the bottom. Make sure I said I got it. Yeah, a little better. So when they talk about a year, oh, they get lost. Okay, it's over there. Year, month, day, hour, we're talking about in a minute. So on the bottom of each one of these, right? So if this hour, this represents half an hour, this represents half an hour. So you're talking about Syria, because it starts for half an hour, about half an hour. Okay, see it again here? Here, okay. Okay. 2 witnesses at the foot of the nations. It's during the time it says that this sounds for about half an hour. Why Syria will be under attack. She's been under attack ever since the JCPOA. And then Trump terminates it. JCPOA, they start moving up. And started the tension between America and Britain and forces tighten, they move it up. They're not down there anymore. Because the position is up, the bottom position down here is half, so the half an hour's over. That's, I don't think I was playing yesterday, half an hour's over, because now remember, they had to be down in that line, not down anymore. They're up there in contention with America and Britain for Israel. So half an hour's over. Okay? They're not in this position anymore. They're here. See, they're up here. They're not in that position anymore. So now, the war, it's about to start any day now. Maybe start while I'm talking. War breaks out, so it's over. They move back in the Middle East, take over heaven, force them out. Right now, these are only half an hour in our range. So I'm not going to that, but they're there. And yes, God make us cast out. That's how the war is going to result. It's not like they think. It's not going to happen like that. Americans, Britain's going to be defeated, thoroughly defeated, humiliating defeated. Right? Forces will be laid on siege. Right? Forces were destroyed. Who was destroyed by? Who the Lord would just consume with spirit of his mouth and destroy with the brightness of his coming. So this by Suleiman is the NOI. So it says, in one day, talking about this one here, that's Magog. It says, right, it says, and see, through this will come the plague, one day. See? So now we know which one I'm talking about, not this one. Okay, so move on. Never say, it's different now. I never say, from long off, heaven has through the fear of torment of her, saying, woe, woe, city the great, woe, woe, city the strong, because 1 hour came judging you. Right here. See, this is says it great, but it says part in 3 parts, whatever. Okay, that's what it's something here, right? It's an hour. But America and falls to some extent. And then four winds blow. Held back for an hour, day, month, year. Kill 1/3, right? Now the thing about this is, let me go back here and I'm gonna close out process. I missed my main point here. Excuse me, processes. Going back too far here. Going back with process, but let's see if I find this. No, again. Okay, previous. Okay. This is what in chapter 20 during the so-called millennium when there's dark ages. You be the dark ages, right? Okay. So this one would be here, right? Because the original people here, so this would be it. And these represent Arabs here. Right? So who came there? That's Prophet Muhammad. That's Prophet Muhammad. He's a sure the angel is. So Prophet was Levi, a black man. And solves that controversy of believing in angel. Prophet Muhammad was a Levi, a black man. Goes to the Arabs. And now his incarnation exists now. He just don't know who he is. We all went through the Holocaust. We just don't remember it. We made you remember those things we get home. No time, but we don't remember it now. I don't remember. I just know it happened. Because I know how these things work. Right? So Prophet Muhammad said he thought he would be in the judgment. Right? And we do have Levites that came over with us. Right? So he's a Levite. Right? He's a black man. One brother says, I'm not going any more than that. Let y'all part over that. Look at how Ross is. Destroyed. Okay, one day we'll talk about that, right? So we'll go to the next. Yeah, 1 hour, just Armageddon. Right? Four winds blow. Right? What is going on? That will cause the resurrection. It's going to wake you up, processes. That's what it's going to take. Destroys American dream, so know you see clear. You cut all information, right? Just like putting you in darkness. And so, hey, I want information. So, and all the information you're going to get is correct information. Suleiman, angel. We beg for information there because you don't want to do it. What did I do? So there's resurrection. Resurrection and demons are cast out. We have a battle with the demons. The locust war. Yeah, the demons fight the locust war. Right, the Europeans. Because they were saying the Europeans wanted this. The only thing is they wouldn't be in charge. Because they said, we really Europeans, aren't we? And we are seed. Right? So there you go. Resurrection takes place. Tribulation, demon war. And that's where demons get cast out, slain. Right? Levites prevail. Demons destroyed, Levites prevail. Few highs during tribulation. Right? And everybody moves up. It's the ark here. Borders. Here's the goat or blood. Let's wipes out the goats and wipes out the demons. Final war. Then the final war between us and Esau. Blood. Wait, what's going backwards here? But there was no spirit. This thing is resurrected, prophesied, and they came together, but they had no spirit. They didn't have an angel. And who got the spirit? Says Suleiman has it. He's preaching the four winds, and there has to be a threshold effect there. When the four winds blow, all of a sudden, they come together as a great army. So the threshold effect happened, right? When the four winds blow, it's a threshold effect. So it's going to trigger black folks, right? And they'll come running. Come running. Get that information. You understand, brothers and sisters? They're going to be volunteering to fight. Run to get that new mind. But right now, I don't have the spirit. This is Suleiman has the spirit because he says he has to preach. He the only one had the spirit. So because the bones didn't have no spirit. They had no spirit at all. They had no life. So it says, can these bones live? It's dry bones. I've been dealing with dry bones for months or years. I don't like dealing with it. Because you can't say, it said, the script said they wouldn't have no spirit until that happens. That fire comes and you're baptized with fire. Four winds also fire. So it says not prophesied, right? See? And I held my sinners come flesh, and there was unto me, there was no spirit in them, there was no breath in them. They came together, but no breath in them. Then said unto me, prophesy to the four, to the winds. Prophesy, son of man, say to the wind, say, Lord, come from the four winds, O breath, and prepare the things that they may live. In other words, prophesies. And then he brings them life. So I prophesied commandment, breath came to them, they fled, so upon their feet, see the great army. Then, once you get their mind, then they come see the great army. Then you got to see the great army here, and one here in America, the devils, and they've got demons in it, and Negro butts, stupid Negro butts, right? The two armies going to clash. Those two sea armies can be on the same soil at the same time. They're opposing each other, cats and dogs. They're going to clash. It's going to be a terror. It's going to be a big fight here in America. They'll go through, they're walking through, they're going to tear this country apart. It's going to be a battle. That's why I say see the great army. But the Lamb is, and it's like we pull out here. Because it's time of Jacob's trouble. It means they're going to be in trouble too. We're all going to be in trouble. It says the Lamb going to be in trouble too. He's going to take down the beast. But it says the time of Jacob's trouble. That means time of Lamb's trouble. We're all going to have trouble. But it says he can be delivered out of it. He can overcome it. Will you be able to come your trouble? Give you information. If you ain't paying attention to it. And he preached saying, there come, okay, this is talking about the message of the covenant. And preached saying, there come one mightier than I after me. The last whose shows I am not worthy to stoop down and unloose. I indeed have baptized you with water, but he shall baptize the Holy Spirit. So he's talking about somebody coming after him to baptize the Holy Spirit, not that Scientology and all that stuff. And baptized with fire. That's that's what it's going to take, bro. It says, get you the Spirit. Then you realize they come see the great army, come together, and then we separate the demons out. That's it, bro. So I'm leave it there. Yeah, brothers and sisters, hope you got it. Hope you got it. Is there anything else? I can't think of anything right now. Anything now, brothers and sisters? Anything, maybe while I'm talking. Let's close out. Okay. Can't call it future news anymore, brothers and sisters. Because the future's caught up to us. We're in the future right now. Future I've been talking about for 30 some years. Very clear, distinct future.